first suicide attempt was 14. My second suicide attempt was, I guess, at 20.
And, you know, I tried a few times, but I still can't blame her. I have to accept responsibility.
They had it all: fame, fortune, and fans around the world. But behind the red carpets and million-dollar paychecks, some of Hollywood's biggest stars were fighting battles no one saw coming. From public meltdowns to financial ruin, these once celebrated celebrities didn't just fall from grace, they crashed. This is the shocking truth behind the Hollywood icons who lost it all. Charlie Sheen once ruled television, earning $1.8 million per episode on 2.5 Men, with a fortune estimated at $150 million. But erratic behavior, drug use, and bizarre interviews led to his 2011 firing. Mocking show creator Chuck Lorre sealed his fate. His lavish lifestyle, legal issues, and costly support payments drained his wealth. A 2015 HIV diagnosis further damaged his reputation. A comeback attempt with his father in 2022 failed to revive his career. Gary Coleman became a household name at 10 on Different Strokes, earning $100,000 per episode. But his parents and manager mismanaged his fortune, leaving him with just $220,000 by adulthood. Legal battles, health issues, and minimum wage jobs followed. By 1999, he declared bankruptcy. He died in 2010 at just 42, never recovering emotionally or financially. Dana Plato, also from Different Strokes, was let go from the show after becoming pregnant at 19. Her accountant vanished with her savings. Struggling with addiction, she posed for Playboy and took adult film roles to survive. In 1991, she robbed a video store for $160. She died by suicide in 1999 at 34, her life overtaken by substance abuse and tragedy. Todd Bridges, who played Willis on Different Strokes, was robbed of $3 million by his accountant, an act his father allegedly knew about. Childhood trauma and drug addiction followed. Though arrested in 1989 for attempted murder, he was acquitted. His journey was marked by betrayal and resilience. Danny Bonaduce of the Partridge Family was homeless after the show ended. Drug addiction nearly killed him, but help from former co-star David Cassidy sparked a turnaround. He rebuilt his life with a successful radio career. Brett Butler of Grace Under Fire earned millions but lost it all to Vicodin addiction. Her behavior drove away co-stars, and the show was canceled. She eventually became homeless. Margot Kidder, famed as Lois Lane, suffered from bipolar disorder. A 1996 breakdown left her wandering LA. She became a mental health advocate before her death in 2018. Other fallen stars like Jan Michael Vincent, Aaron Moran, Corey Haim, Lisa Robin Kelly, and Randy Quaid reveal a common theme. Fame without support can be fatal. From addiction to betrayal, many Hollywood dreams ended not in glory, but in heartbreak. Randy Quaid was once a beloved comedic actor, best known as Cousin Eddie in the National Lampoon's Vacation films. But his life took a bizarre and tragic turn. In 2010, he and his wife Evie fled to Canada, claiming a shadowy group called the Hollywood Star Whackers was targeting celebrities to kill them and steal their fortunes. While the media covered their story, most dismissed it as paranoia. Meanwhile, the Quaids faced legal charges in the US, including burglary, vandalism, and squatting in their old home. With mounting legal fees and erratic behavior, Randy became unemployable. Hollywood turned its back on him, and he vanished into obscurity, once rich and respected, now homeless and disgraced. Wesley Snipes was a 90s action star, earning millions in hits like Blade and White Men Can't Jump. From 1999 to 2004, he raked in $37 million. But his downfall came not from scandal, but taxes. Misled by advisors, he didn't file federal returns for 5 years. In 2008, he was convicted of tax evasion and served over 2 years in prison. By the time he was released, his mansion was in foreclosure, and his fortune was gone. Though he returned to acting in The Expendables 3 and Coming 2 America, his A-list days were over. Stephen Baldwin, the youngest of the Baldwin brothers, once had serious Hollywood momentum, starring in The Usual Suspects and Biodome. But unlike his brothers, Stephen's choices took him away from mainstream films. He shifted toward faith-based projects, limiting his earning potential. Then came the 2008 financial crash. By 2009, he filed for bankruptcy, owing more than $2.3 million, including $1 million in back taxes. In 2012, he was arrested for failing to file state taxes for 3 years. His financial and professional decline seemed irreversible. Brendan Fraser was a box office staple in the early 2000s with hits like The Mummy and George of the Jungle. But behind the scenes, he was suffering. He insisted on doing his own stunts, leading to multiple surgeries. His divorce in 2009 came with a $900,000 annual support order, while his income was drying up. In 2018, he revealed he had been sexually assaulted by a Hollywood executive, leading to depression and career isolation. Once the beloved face of family adventure films, Brendan Fraser was a household name in the late 90s and early 2000s. His charm and talent made him a go-to star for feel-good movies, but over time, Fraser found himself nearly forgotten by Hollywood, his career fading into obscurity. However, in recent years, he's been making a slow but steady comeback, reminding audiences of his undeniable talent and resilience. Natasha Lyonne was a 90s indie darling, known for memorable roles in cult classics like American Pie and But I'm a Cheerleader. But behind the scenes, fame brought deep struggles. Her heroin addiction spiraled out of control, and in 2005, she landed in intensive care with a collapsed lung, hepatitis C, and a serious heart infection. Personal turmoil followed. She was evicted by Michael Rappaport after damaging his apartment and missed court dates while living on the streets. In one of her darkest moments, she was accused of threatening to molest a neighbor's dog. Against overwhelming odds, Lyonne turned her life around, eventually rebuilding her career with the critically acclaimed Orange is the New Black. Amanda Bynes was once America's sweetheart, captivating audiences with The Amanda Show, She's the Man, and Easy A. But behind the spotlight, her life unraveled due to Adderall abuse, legal issues, and troubling public behavior. In 2013, she was placed under a conservatorship that lasted nearly a decade. In 2023, Bynes faced psychiatric holds after being found roaming the streets nude and threatening self-harm. The bright star dimmed, caught in a cycle of mental health crises and public breakdowns. From blockbuster leads to courtroom headlines, these stories reveal how quickly fame can crumble. Hollywood often lacks a safety net, and for many, the fall is harsh and unforgiving. If you want more true stories from the darker side of fame, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss an episode.